What's up, everyone? Today we're exposing the jaw-dropping secrets hiding in the kitchens of your favorite restaurants. We're talking about 6 massive chains, employee confessions, and facts that could change where you eat forever. Ready to find out what's really going into your food? Let's get started. First up, Applebee's. A familiar name, a neighborhood institution for many. But what really goes on behind those doors? Let's pull back the curtain and take a peek at what makes this chain tick. A neighborhood staple, or so you think. The warm lighting, the friendly faces, the promise of a satisfying meal. It's all part of the carefully crafted image, but is the reality as comforting as the perception? Many menu items, an overwhelming array of choices from appetizers to desserts. But behind that extensive list lies a secret. Much of it isn't cooked fresh on site. They arrive frozen, often pre-portioned, and ready to be heated. This allows for consistency across locations, but it also sacrifices the freshness and quality you might expect from a restaurant. And get microwaved. Yes, that's right. The humble microwave plays a starring role in bringing many of these dishes to your table. That pasta or chicken entree you ordered? The one that looks so appealing in the menu photos? It might have just come out of a plastic bag, pre-cooked and frozen weeks or even months ago. And been zapped. A quick nuke in the microwave and voila! Dinner is served. But is it really the restaurant experience you're paying for? Even their steaks have been called out. A menu item that many would assume is cooked fresh to order. Some customers report getting gray, unappetizing cuts, a far cry from the juicy, flavorful steak they were expecting, likely from reheated, pre-cooked meat. This allows for faster service, but it often results in a less than desirable texture and taste. Temperature logs, crucial for food safety, are a standard practice in any restaurant. They're meant to ensure that food is stored and cooked at the correct temperatures to prevent illness. But sometimes these logs are just filled out to look good on paper, not always reflecting reality. A dangerous game that puts customers at risk. And those drink specials, the brightly colored cocktails and enticing happy hour deals, often made with the cheapest alcohol, masked by sugar and mixers, a way to boost profits while sacrificing quality. Ever wonder how they offer so much food for so little? How can they keep prices so low while still turning a profit? Cost cutting, plain and simple. Every corner is cut, every expense scrutinized, to maximize the bottom line. Frozen ingredients, the foundation of many dishes, offering convenience and affordability. Microwaves, the workhorses of the kitchen, quickly heating and reheating food to order. And bargain booze, the secret ingredient in those tempting drink specials. Customization is limited. Don't expect to make too many changes to your order. If it comes in a bag, there's not much room for special requests. The pre-packaged nature of the ingredients makes it difficult to accommodate individual preferences. The "eaten good in the neighborhood" slogan? A catchy phrase that evokes feelings of comfort and community, more like eaten pre-made. A more accurate, albeit less appealing description of the dining experience. This isn't just a few items, a small selection of dishes that rely on pre-prepared ingredients. Sources say it's widespread, from apps to entrees. The reliance on frozen and microwaved food extends across the entire menu. The sizzle you hear, that enticing sound that makes your mouth water? Probably a microwave, not a grill. Don't be fooled by the sound effects. The reality might be less appetizing. It's not about lazy employees. They're working hard under pressure. The system is built for speed and savings, not culinary excellence. Efficiency is prioritized over quality, resulting in a dining experience that may leave you wanting more. So next time you're at Applebee's, ask yourself, take a moment to consider what you're really paying for. Are you paying for a restaurant meal, prepared with fresh ingredients and culinary expertise? Or just a fancy frozen dinner? A microwaved meal disguised as a restaurant experience? The evidence suggests it's often the latter. The convenience of pre-prepared meals comes at a cost. And that's a tough pill, a hard truth to swallow for those who frequent this neighborhood establishment, or microwave steak to swallow. A visual reminder of the potential reality behind your meal. To swallow. It's a disappointing realization that can change your perception of the entire dining experience. Think twice before you order that fresh meal. Consider the possibility that it might not be as fresh as you think. The truth behind the kitchen doors might just change your mind. What you don't see can sometimes be more revealing than what you do see. Efficiency and profit come first, not always your dining experience. The bottom line often takes precedence over the quality of the food and the overall customer experience. Is it worth it? That's up to you. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to dine at Applebee's is a personal one. Let's move on to the next restaurant and uncover more culinary secrets. Subway's whole brand, their entire identity, is built around the idea of eat fresh. It's plastered on their windows, shouted in their commercials, and ingrained in our minds. But how fresh is it, really? When you peel back the layers of marketing and look at the actual practices, a different picture starts to emerge. Let's start with the infamous tuna controversy. Remember that? Lab tests have questioned if it's even tuna at all. Independent investigations raised serious doubts about the composition of their tuna salad. What exactly are we eating, and what about the meats? Insiders say some are kept past their use-by dates, a practice that raises serious concerns about food safety and quality. Even worse, there are allegations of old labels being swapped for new ones, a blatant attempt to deceive customers about the freshness of the ingredients. That's not just a minor oversight, that's a serious food safety risk that could have real consequences for unsuspecting customers. What about the veggies? Not always crisp. Wilted lettuce and sad, mushy tomatoes are far too common an occurrence. It's a far cry from the vibrant, fresh produce they advertise. Hygiene can slip too. Infrequent glove changes leading to potential cross-contamination between ingredients and less than clean prep areas, which can compromise the safety and quality of your food. And the bread? In some countries it's legally not even bread. That's right, due to its shockingly high sugar content, it doesn't meet the legal definition of bread in certain regions. Freshly baked really just means frozen dough baked in store. Not exactly artisan, handcrafted bread made with care and attention. The vast majority of ingredients are heavily processed and standardized, all in the name of consistency and, more importantly, keeping costs down. So, the fresh image is more about clever marketing than reflecting the actual reality of their food preparation. With such a massive amount of food constantly moving through their global system, quality inevitably takes a hit somewhere along the line. The journey that food takes from the farm to your sandwich is a long and complex one, and unfortunately, shortcuts are bound to happen in the fast-paced environment of a fast food chain. So next time you're standing at the Subway counter, remember that seemingly healthy image might be hiding a lot of processed ingredients and a less than fresh reality behind the scenes. Remember, marketing slogans are designed to sell you a product, and they don't always tell the full, unvarnished story. What you see in the advertisements isn't always what you get on your plate. Stay sharp, stay informed, and let's keep going on this culinary investigation. Up next on our list, Taco Bell. You absolutely won't believe what's actually lurking inside those seemingly innocent tacos. Taco Bell, famous for cheap eats and wild menu items, but what's really in your crunch wrap? Their beans? Often start as dehydrated powder, rehydrated with hot water. The beef? Only 88% is actual beef. The rest is fillers and binders. Lawsuits have questioned the meat content, and the signature recipe is mostly about cost cutting. Food temperature violations have been reported, risking bacteria growth. Ice machines? Sometimes neglected, making your drink a potential bacteria bath. Food presentation can be sloppy, with ingredients spilling out, speed over quality. The assembly line process is all about efficiency, not freshness. Low prices come from highly processed ingredients and centralized production. You get what you pay for. Fillers, additives, and shortcuts. The live Maz experience? Sometimes it's think twice. Convenience and low cost have hidden trade-offs. Next time you crave Taco Bell, remember what might be in that taco. Fast food speed comes at a price. Are you willing to pay it? Let's see what's really happening at Olive Garden. The family meal might not be what you expect. Stay tuned, the truth is just getting started. On to Olive Garden. Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family. But is your meal really homemade? Most pasta dishes arrive frozen or pre-cooked, then reheated before serving. Signature sauces, often pre-made in bags, just heated up in the kitchen. Unlimited salad and breadsticks. The salad's freshness can be hit or miss, with wilted greens making the cut. Food storage protocols sometimes slip, leading to older ingredients being used. High staff turnover means inconsistent training and more mistakes in food handling. The kitchen runs like a factory. Speed and consistency over scratch cooking. The romantic vision of Italian cooking clashes with the reality of mass production. The homemade feel is often just an illusion. Frozen pasta, bagged sauces, and high-volume pressure shape your meal. The truth isn't always as warm and fuzzy as the commercials suggest. Next time you're at Olive Garden, remember what's really behind the kitchen doors. The family atmosphere might not extend to your plate. Ready for more? Let's talk Chipotle. Their integrity has a dark side. Here's what you need to know. Chipotle, food with integrity. But their history tells a different story. Multiple foodborne illness outbreaks, E. coli, norovirus, salmonella, have rocked the chain. The culprit? Tons of fresh raw ingredients handled daily, making mistakes easy and consequences serious. Rushed prep, cross-contamination, and sick employees can all lead to disaster. Sourcing from smaller farms sounds great, but it's hard to guarantee safety across so many suppliers. Temperature control is critical, but lapses have happened, letting bacteria multiply. The healthy image can be misleading. Burritos can pack huge calories, sodium, and fat. Employees face intense pressure to move fast, sometimes cutting corners on food safety. Even with new safety measures, the risks of their fresh-focused model remain. The shadow of past outbreaks still looms. Chipotle's commitment to fresh food is admirable, but it comes with big risks. Next time you build your bowl, remember, even the best intentions can have serious consequences. Stay alert, and let's finish with the biggest name of all, McDonald's. The Golden Arches have secrets too. Let's pull back the curtain. You won't look at your fries the same way again. Here we go. McDonald's exposed. McDonald's, the global fast food giant. A name synonymous with quick meals, family outings, and those iconic golden arches that dot the landscape of countries around the world. It's a brand recognized by billions, a staple in countless communities, and a cultural phenomenon that has shaped the way we eat on the go. Everyone jokes about the broken ice cream machines, a running gag that has become almost as famous as the Big Mac itself. These machines have become a symbol of the unpredictable nature of the McDonald's experience. But the real issues go deeper, extending far beyond a simple craving for a McFlurry that can't be satisfied. Those machines? Sometimes broken just means they're not cleaned or maintained properly, a symptom of larger operational challenges that can impact the entire restaurant. It raises questions about the upkeep of other equipment and the overall standards of cleanliness. Food quality is inconsistent. One day's Big Mac is perfect, a symphony of flavors and textures that lives up to the McDonald's promise. The next is a mess, a sloppy assembly of ingredients that leaves you wondering what went wrong. Fries can be hot and crispy, the perfect salty snack to accompany your meal, or cold and limp, a disappointing side that dampens the entire experience. High-speed kitchens mean food storage and safety protocols can slip, potentially compromising the safety and freshness of the food. Unclean surfaces and neglected cleaning routines are a real risk, especially in busy locations, where the pressure to serve customers quickly can sometimes overshadow the importance of hygiene. Meats are often highly processed. Think Chicken McNuggets with a long list of ingredients, many of which you might not recognize or be able to pronounce. Some locations are run well, demonstrating a commitment to quality and customer satisfaction. Others struggle with staffing and standards, leading to long wait times, poor service, and a decline in food quality. The result? Wildly different experiences from one franchise to another, making it difficult to know what to expect when you walk through the door. Healthier options exist, but the core menu is still loaded with calories, a reminder that fast food is often a trade-off between convenience and nutrition. Fat and sodium. The marketing highlights freshness, often showcasing images of vibrant produce and wholesome ingredients. But the classics are still the main draw, those familiar comfort foods that keep customers coming back for more. Next time you see those golden arches, remember, speed and volume come with trade-offs. The pursuit of efficiency can sometimes lead to compromises in quality and consistency. From ice cream machines to food safety, McDonald's has its share of secrets, some more palatable than others. It's a global empire, but not always a clean one. Think before you order. Consider the choices you're making and the potential impact on your health. The truth is out there. It's up to you to seek it out and make informed decisions about what you consume. Let's wrap this up. What will you eat next? The choice is yours. That was a lot to take in. We've uncovered some shocking truths about your favorite restaurants. The goal isn't to scare you away from eating out, but to help you make smarter choices. What surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you learned something new, hit like and subscribe for more eye-opening investigations. Thanks for watching. Stay curious and stay safe.